Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Mike Tomlin, Steelers may have to use Blake Martinez, Myles Jack in a big way versus Patriots. By the time the Pittsburgh Steelers take the field tonight, their starting inside linebacker duo may well be a pair of players who have never started a single game for the team before. Or it could be the same pair that has started the last several games. With Elandon Roberts nursing a groin injury and Michael Walker coming off a rough game, the Steelers have been sniffing around. That includes head coach Mike Tomlin, who has made repeated references to their other options. Martinez, one of the most experienced defenders on the entire roster, was signed off the Carolina Panthers practice squad on November 21st. He's got a couple of weeks under his belt now, about as much as Walker had when he was thrown into the starting lineup. Along with Walker, the Steelers also added Myles Jack to their practice squad. He was a starter for this very defense a year ago, released in March as a salary cap casualty. The primary issue with him is his conditioning, since he'd been retired, though he has said he never stopped training. But he's only been doing football activities since November 20th. Those are two capable, NFL veteran players, Tomlin said. You've got to get them in shape, you've got to teach them what to do, but they're veteran NFL players. Both have been hubs of communication, or green dots, for organizations. Roberts had been wearing the green dot since both Cole Holcomb and Quan Alexander were lost for the season due to injuries. Walker had been the next man up for the dot, but as we saw on Sunday, that led to significant communication issues, and perhaps his shaky performance can be partially attributed to his divided attentions. Would it be shocking if Roberts is unable to play and the Steelers opt for another option beyond Walker? Could this game be started by Martinez and Mark Robinson, or perhaps even Jack? The fact that we're even having this conversation illustrates what state the inside linebacker position is in right now. If sufficiently healthy, in shape, and versed in the defense, Martinez and Jack are probably your two best linebackers on the roster on the inside, but neither of them have been the same since dealing with injuries in recent years. I seriously question how much Roberts can play tonight, however, if he even dresses, so at a minimum, Martinez or Jack, the former more likely, given that he's on the 53-man roster and has been in football conditioning longer, would be very likely to play. We may even see them mixing and matching to find which combinations work best. Najee Harris, Mason Cole among four key Steelers starters listed as questionable versus Patriots. Little clarity emerged from Wednesday's status report in regards to which of the injured Pittsburgh Steelers will be available to play in Thursday night's game against the New England Patriots. For starters, running back Najee Harris, center Mason Cole, left guard Isaac Seumalo and inside linebacker Elandon Roberts were designated as questionable in the final injury report of the short week. The closest thing of the week to a full regular practice for the Steelers was held Wednesday, and it was closed to media. According to the injury report, Seumalo and Harris did not participate in practice, and Roberts and Cole were limited participants. Seumalo, shoulder, and Roberts, groin, each were forced out of Sunday's loss to the Arizona Cardinals because of first-half injuries. That Seumalo trended downward, he was listed a limited participant for Tuesday's walkthrough, perhaps could be viewed as a discouraging sign. However, it is not uncommon for Steelers coach Mike Tomlin to give veterans such as Seumalo days of rest regardless of their injury status. Cole has a neck injury that has had him listed as limited each of the 3 days this week. Harris was a Tuesday addition to the injury report, and he has been given a did not participate status each of the past 2 days. Veteran Nate Herbig is the top backup at guard and center, and he replaced Seumalo and played the entire second half Sunday. In the event neither Sumalo nor Cole can play, rookie Spencer Anderson likely would make his first NFL start. A seventh-round pick, Anderson has appeared in 3 regular season games with 7 snaps played on the kick block team and 1 snap played as an extra tight end on offense. If Roberts cannot play, one or both of the recently unretired veterans at the position on the Steelers roster, Blake Martinez or Miles Jack, likely would have a role next to Michael Walker, himself a recently signed fill-in after season-ending injuries suffered by Cole Holcomb and Quan Alexander. Harris never has missed a game in more than 2.5 seasons as a pro. Jaylen Warren has increasingly served as a 1A to him this season, and the Steelers also have running backs Anthony McFarland and Godwin Igwebuike on their 53-man roster and former Pitt star Kadri Ollison on their practice squad. Aside from the previously announced loss of quarterback Kenny Pickett, the only player the Steelers designated as not available to play against the Patriots is reserve cornerback James Pierre. After a 4-game absence because of an ankle injury, veteran defensive tackle Montravius Adams was cleared to return to game action Thursday. Rookie defensive lineman Keanu Benton also was given the official green light despite an oblique injury that ailed him this week. As expected, defensive lineman Cameron Hayward, groin, and safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, broken hand, were officially cleared to play Thursday. New details emerge about Steelers' interest in Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz remains a free agent, and the Steelers could still sign the 3-time Pro Bowl tight end. The Steelers coach minimized this possibility, but acknowledged that injuries are taken into consideration. The Steelers have little depth at tight end. "I know," general manager looks at all of this. "I haven't heard anything about it now, so I don't think so at this point," he told reporters on Monday. "But I have a lot of respect for him as a player. I've always been a fan," he added about Ertz. "But at the moment, at least from my point of view, we are doing well with our group, but we have injuries and things change, so we will look at all the options, as always." Steelers have competition for Ertz with at least 3 other teams interested in him, according to Sports Talk. That includes the Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, and Baltimore Ravens, all serious playoff contenders. While Baltimore has the most pressing need with Mark Andrews on injured reserve, the Eagles, Chiefs, and Steelers need the depth behind talented tight ends. After Kittle, 49ers tight end Charlie Warner has a 9-year catch. The Arizona Cardinals waived Ertz on November 30th at his request, and he cleared waivers with no takers. Ertz didn't sign anywhere before Week 13, and time is running out for his Week 14 landing spot. He grew up in Orange, California, and played college football in the Bay Area at Stanford from 2009 to 2012. The Eagles drafted Ertz in 2013 with a second-round pick, and he became a reliable pass catcher for the team until 2021, when the organization traded him to Arizona midseason. Ertz's time in Philadelphia included a Super Bowl victory, 3 Pro Bowl appearances, and 6,267 receiving yards for 38 touchdowns on 579 receptions. He maintained a solid level of play in the desert, with 130 receptions for 1,167 yards and 8 touchdowns for the Cardinals. Injuries have been a concern for Ertz in recent years, including a torn ACL and MCL in 2022. He also missed 5 games in 2020 with a high ankle sprain and missed 1 game in 2019 with a fractured rib and kidney. Lacerated. And you fan, what do you think of the Zach Ertz situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.